Alcohol will not fill that dark void within you. Alcohol will only make your life worse in the long term. A lot of us fall into this position, especially in England, especially in the UK, of constantly wanting to drink. We go out, we celebrate with drinks. Every week, a lot of us go out and drink alcohol. And I'm not saying it's overall negative in a controlled sense. I'm not saying it's negative when you do it every now and again for an occasion or whatever. But I am saying it's negative when you rely on it and when you realize that it doesn't truly fill that void within you. Because I used to rely on alcohol to quite a big degree. And I used to feel like I needed it all the time. I needed it to go out, for the confidence to go out. And overall, this didn't better me overall, because I'd have that drunk confidence. The next day I'll wake up hungover, and then I still feel bad and upset in myself because I haven't truly addressed the way I feel. I haven't truly addressed the way I actually feel overall, because I will constantly use a drug to make myself feel better and make myself be that version of myself that I want to be in a drunken state where I have more confidence, where I feel better in myself. And overall, this would just negatively impact you, because then imagine you get out and you're going out and you don't have no alcohol. You're going to have to actually be yourself then. You're going to actually rely on your own confidence then. And a lot of people rely on alcohol as an escape, to escape from their everyday life. And a lot of people have really hard everyday lives, I'm not going to lie to you. But the sad truth is, you start to realize after a while that alcohol doesn't truly fill that void, that darkness, that sadness inside you, because you are not addressing the actual problems at play. You're not addressing the actual problems in your life. You're not actually addressing them overall. You're more so distracting yourself from them and worsening yourself from them, because there's negative effects to alcohol. Every now and again is all right, but if you're doing that every week, getting blistered every week, 2, 3, 4 times a week, you know how some people do, it's not going to help you overall, because it may help you cope at that moment, but it isn't going to change the sadness that you feel. Therefore, you're going to consistently feel that sadness time and time again, and therefore you're not going to truly help yourself overall. And it's important for us to realize this. It's important for us to realize that alcohol will not actually better us in general, and it will not change our position in general. And it's hard for us to realize this. Don't get me wrong, it's hard, because it's easy. It's proven. It's like you're allowed to go out and drink, and people find it weird if you don't drink. And I'm taking a massive step back from alcohol now. And I'm telling you what, I've been out a few times, 3, 4, 5 times last month, drank like 4 drinks, maybe 5 drinks. And overall, it just made me feel worse. I don't know how to explain it. It just made me feel worse the next day. I felt like I drank, even though it wasn't much. Like, I felt a little bit hungover. I felt a little bit sluggish. I didn't feel as good. I wasn't as strong. I didn't feel as bubbly, you know? And even though it may have got good results overall at that time, I was low-key relying on it. And then you spend all your money on it. Not all your money, but you spend like, easily 70 quid just going out on some drinks. Like for literally 6, 7 drinks. And then it isn't worth it, you know? It isn't worth it, especially when you're buying for 2 people. It isn't worth it, because then you're going to realise, why? I could have spent my money on this. I could have spent my money on food. I could have spent my money on a gym membership. I could have done this and this and this. But back to the message of the video, more importantly, alcohol really, and I mean this, it really won't fill that dark void within you. You have to address that dark void, that dark spot, that dark hole within you in order to make it better. You have to address it full openly and full honestly. And it's hard to do, don't get me wrong, it's hard to do, but it's important to address that, because if you don't address that, how are you going to better from it? If you run away from it with distractions, or you go away from it with distractions and you're not actually happy in your life, you're not going to change anything, and you're not going to better anything, man. And this is the sad truth in this video, and this is what I want to get the message across to you lot, who may be younger, or maybe older, or maybe in a bad position, whatever, you know? Alcohol will not fill that void. The only thing that will fill that void is you addressing it, and you understanding what you need to do to progress from it. That's the only thing that fill that void. You actually addressing it and understanding you need to progress from that void and that pain you're feeling. That's what truly make the difference. It's not literally you getting blistered and running away from your problems, because that's a short-term escape. That's a short-term escape. A short-term escape never helps you. We know from doing bad habits, bad easy habits, giving into that junk food, giving into alcohol, giving into drugs, that it's not a long-term fix. And there's more negatives after the fact than positives. And it's important for us to realise this. I hope you lot got some value in this video. We all need to just address things and try to progress from them. And I'm not telling you lot what to do essentially, but I'm just giving you my thoughts overall and how it affects you. I used to be very, very, very hooked on alcohol, and with my family life, all my family drinks quite a bit, so therefore I was almost put into that position straight away of drink, yeah, we're around the house, drink, you know. And overall, that truly, I don't know, it affects you differently then, because you feel like it's normal, and then you go out and then you realize, oh no, it's not actually solving much. It's not actually solving how sad I feel, how depressed I feel, how upset I feel. And the only thing that can solve that is me addressing it and then doing things for myself for it, you know. For example, me getting out like this, I feel amazing, I feel good. Even though the weather's not the best, I feel really good. And now I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm gonna work out, and then I'm gonna get in the steam room, the sauna. And them things truly help you, you know. And it's important for us to realize this, instead of constantly holding ourselves back. You're not filling your dark void while drinking. You're not filling your dark void by doing drugs. You're not filling that dark void by doing bad habits. Anything that truly betters that position is you addressing it and you trying to progress from it and doing the steps to progress from it. And that's the message in this video. I hope you got some value. There's going to be more content coming soon. Thank you for all love recently.